Hey, welcome back. Sorry about the last few videos. They've been a bit morbid, didn't they? That's just a reflection of my mood and the way life's going at the moment. But we are trying to turn that around. So, what are we doing? Still on that shed, I'm afraid, and I'm really worried about something. We've got 70+ mph winds coming Saturday, apparently, which is tomorrow. And I want to empty that shelf out at the back, but I daren't, because that shelf is actually holding the roof down. And if I empty that shelf and take it down, there is no structure whatsoever holding that roof, and I know the wind will get in there and lift it. I've watched my roof flap up and down before when I didn't anchor it down properly to the wall. And as you can see, the wall isn't very substantial anymore. So what we've done so far today is I finally got this jalopy running. I think I've got a sticky solenoid on the pump because I'm winding this engine over and not a lot is happening. And then when I put some easy start through it, literally split second it fired up. So I'm thinking that we've got some problems there to deal with. So Mark, don't worry. You're still going to get your time to mover, because I need that cab over this end so I can drop the cab and investigate these problems. Trailer is now out, but we've got some work to do. I've got to get that number plate changed, and the tyres need inflating, and the plug for the board has broken off, so we've got that to sort as yet. So Monday, I'm going to trash all that lot Monday because of this wind coming in at the weekend. I think we'll trash that Monday. We'll keep an eye on the shed and pray that it doesn't come crashing down to the ground, because if it does, then that's my excuse to move house done. It's as simple as that. Ooh, can't see my face, can you? Probably still can't see my face very well, but anyway, look, I just sat down and watched a little bit of Travel Trolls on YouTube just now, and Country Van Life, Stephen. There's a lot of wind out there. I'm a bit worried. This shed is not going to survive this, I'm sure. This is how I think this is going to go down. That back wall is completely rotten. I mean, we get any wind, that door don't shut, which is over there. It don't shut. So if the wind belts in through that door, that's going to go straight to this wall, that wall there, and that's going to smash it out. Once that's gone, there's a good chance the shelves will fall. Once they're gone, because the shelving here is the only thing holding that roof down and the wall down, because everything is sitting on the beams. If this shelf goes, which is why I haven't emptied it today, which I was going to do, the next thing to go will be the roof. Once that roof's gone, if I'm honest, that's pretty much everything else that's going to come down with it, because there'll be nothing holding the rest of the shed up. And that bit of concrete I spoke about, look at that, sunk. That's the engines over there. I spoke about that on previous video. I need to move those. I don't think this is going to work, but I'd like to try and move them over to here and put car jack under the floor, so if I can jack it all back up, but I don't think that's going to work. That's gone here as well. That was dead smooth and dead flat. You can see the ridge, look. You can see how much that's lifted. Really I could do with smashing the concrete up and relaying it, but not going to be an option. Whew. Should have built this thing properly, but it has survived the best part of 20 years almost. So I was sitting there thinking about it yesterday. I've had my dogs 16 years, and this was built before I had the dogs. I had my black Labrador before he passed away, and I had him a good 5 years. So that half here was over 20 years ago. I mean, what we've done? We've done 24 years on this street, I think. Somebody asked me how long I've been married to the wife, and I said 21 years. Actually, it's a hell of a lot longer than that. You can see how calm it is here at the moment. It's blowing quite hard up Scotland at the moment, and Wales, so it's coming across. But there's not much wind. I mean, the wind's here. You can feel a gentle breeze, but as you can see from the bush, there's not a lot of movement at the moment. 10 minutes ago, I was talking on the phone, and it was absolutely dead calm out here. Then the rain hit. Sunshine was out about an hour ago, on and off. Now that wind is now starting to hit. Now I'm starting to get a bit worried. Because we do have a lot of gaps. Look at that water coming in there, look. Drip, drip, drip. Everything's getting destroyed. We've got to get this done. Got to get this done. Well, I've seen news reports of caravans being toppled over. I've seen a helicopter flying over the ocean trying to look for a missing person. People have shown their motorhomes being rolled all over the place, but the worst that we've got so far is what we had at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not saying this will get any worse, I'm not saying it will or won't, I don't know, but at the moment, nothing. Well, I don't know what happened to that wind, but we didn't have any. Well, we did, but I don't think it peaked over 30 mile an hour. It's a bit cold this morning. The shed has survived. I mean, I'm grateful as hell, because if we'd have had the wind and the weather that other parts of the country got, where caravans were being chucked over, I don't think I'd be walking in here today telling you that we're about to start work in shifting all that stuff off the shelving. Okay, so we've removed that shelf and that one that went across. That sandblaster pot is absolutely full of water. That went all over my foot. I've left that shelving in. I don't want to leave it there. There's actually more aggravation removing it, and I believe that may be holding the shed up, stopping it from bowing sideways, which I think it's going to do. So for the moment, I'm leaving that where it is. I'm going to knock out all the panels that I've put in along there. So I'm basically using that one as my access to get to the back. I'm going to hammer them all out, and that beam there is bust anyway. We'll take that beam out, and then we'll throw all the tin through that gap, or through that gap, and then we'll do that bit first, and then we'll stop, then we'll hammer them out, and then we'll do that bit, and then we'll stop, and then we'll move back to that part. So I'll put all the metal out, and then I've got the challenge of trying to get out from behind there, because this is what we have going on down the side. I've got lots to get rid of, and I mean lots. If you can see that, because the sun is being a nuisance, but we've then got to get down here at some point and clear all of this. I've got loads of wheels lying around, so I've got to cut the tyres off, scrap the alley. That'll bring some good money in, and basically just get this all cleared, and then I can get some weed killer down and get rid of all these bushes, because they've been a nuisance from the day I moved here 20 odd years ago. I just can't get rid of them. They won't go, and then that'll give me access to that wall. 7 sheets. Originally I said I want 12 sheets, but for some unknown reason I thought I had 4 8x4 panels. I only got 3. I got 1 spare because I'm 7 foot high, and those are 6 foot 79 inches, so that comes to about there. So I thought, well, if I cut one down, I can overlap the top part then, which will work quite nicely. I can then lay that straight down. I'm going to put a piece of wood on the concrete so I can sit on the piece of wood, and then I'll pull that away, and then I've got a load of paint left over, that old stuff, acrylic with the fibres in. I'm going to paint underneath there first, so we can protect that bottom piece of wood, and that should do the job. You can see the roof's bowing because of all the wood that's rotted out. So next job, I've got to go to B&Q next. I was going to go to Wickes, so there's a little bit more money down there. B&Q I think is where we'll end up, and we'll get a load more battens, because we've got a few that I've got to cut to fit. You can see that one's rotted out, and there's a few like that. That one there, both of those are gone. I'm not going to replace both, I'm just going to chip into one of them and extend that. So I'll cut one piece up and may replace the whole of that piece of wood. The thought is certainly in my head at the moment, and we'll then put a beam across the bottom all the way. We ain't even going to bother trying to make it work modular like I originally planned. We're just going to whack it in. Your first piece in all the way down. I've put fibre acrylic paint down behind that piece of wood, so any water that runs off won't get into the wood, but it will take out the steel, unfortunately. But the overhang that I haven't got yet is going to be extended with some troughing, or I might just put some troughing on that piece if it ain't too rotten. As you can see, I've removed all of that framing because there's just nothing left. Even that one is a bit dicey, and the neighbour, apparently, I didn't know this because I didn't ask, I'm sitting there ranting about it, but if I'd have asked, he said, pull the fence down, it's shot. As long as I dispose of it, he don't care. So that's exactly what I've done. So yeah, he's got some nice material to look at. I thought we owe him that much, and his attitude was, I couldn't give a monkey's what you do behind here, we're easy going. Again, I should have spoke to him. There you go. I get irate very easily, very quickly. That's one of my faults in life. Ouch. I do get annoyed very quickly. But no, he was pretty good about it. So I've pulled it down. I pulled the 2 posts out. Oh, standing on stuff here that's got nails in it, and that's going through my shoes. I haven't removed all of that because it's not in my way. So I need the 2 posts for that flimsy bit, and I need to be careful where I stand because nails everywhere. So now what I've got to do is scrape this side. I've replaced the bottom beam and I replaced one upright. We've got to cut one of these into 1 foot lengths so as we can fill up the gaps at the top. All the way up there, we've still got to go further up. So there you go, guys. Unfortunately, I find this very flimsy. I'm a little worried about this. That cost a lot of money, that material, but I've actually got my doubts if this is the right decision to make. Right, I battened that one. Everything is a bit flimsy. We've got to batten that one tomorrow. So what I might do is take them panels off and move them and stick them there, and then I can put some battens in over there, Boy can pass them through and I'll nail them up, and then we'll put the last 2 sheets up which we've got there. We've cut the top pieces which didn't go so well, but you know, it's better than it was, isn't it? Definitely a bit more solid now I've done those cross braces. So what we're going to do, I might do this now, I might do this another day, I don't know yet. Cut all the screw heads off, and we're going to get some strips of ply put in, and then we'll spray foam behind, and then just build the layers up until we hit the top. I think that is probably going to be the best way around this. So yeah, tomorrow we'll finish off. The light is a bit rubbish in here, I'm afraid. That's the best I can come up with, considering the amount of money that I didn't have to do the job. I keep whacking into that. But I did cock it up, and I'm not going to deny it. I mean, sorry, there's me being a clever person. Lol, I'm not. I started there. No, I didn't. I started there, then I did that one, and I thought because these are all 5 foot widths, everything will click in just perfectly. It did not. Ugh. That wall has tipped somewhere. I've either made it too wide at the bottom, something went wrong, because when I put it all on, when it came to putting that one on, that leading edge there that had to, wouldn't line up with it. It wouldn't line up at all. So I ended up having to put a big square patch over the top, which still wouldn't line up. So they had to cut that patch down the middle and overlap it to get it to keep it waterproof. Nightmare. This stuff's horrible. It really is. I don't actually like it anymore. But that's it. It's fixed until it rots away. So I think summertime, because I've already scratched it all up at the back, and I'll climb around there in a minute if I can. I think what I'll do in the summer is we'll get some industrial paint and we'll just spray over the top. That should give me 5-10 years, I hope, of good, as long as the bottoms of these things don't rot out. But I have put some special paint down on the floor, just to keep the water off, really, in case we get any flow back from off the roof and down. So yeah, next thing is the roof itself. As you can see, it's just disintegrated. There is nothing. If you saw what I was doing yesterday, you see what I mean? Look, it's just sawdust, glued together sawdust that has lost its glue. Well, that is pretty much what chipboard is, isn't it? But you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing today. I'm now going to go indoors. I'm going to upload this now, as you see it, and I'm going to go indoors and I'm going to literally binge on the new episodes of Lost in Space on Netflix, because I have been waiting so long, like everybody else, for those episodes. It is a super duper fabulous, how childish does that sound? It's an absolutely brilliant sci-fi series. If you're into sci-fi, you need to watch it. It's good. It's really good. So with that, with that, thank you very much. We will get back to the motorhome soon. I have just got to do the roof chimney, and then I'll start the van again. I've also got to make a motorbike trailer at some point because we've got another machine to pick up. My dog's fine, by the way. I don't know what was the matter with him yesterday, but it's raining today. It's weird, isn't it? So yeah, with that, thanks for the thumbs up, thanks for your support once again, because if you didn't support this, I wouldn't be doing it. I was genuine on that one. What are you doing? Oh, you're wrapping that way. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Bye. Okay, there's the cock up there. I made a right mincemeat of that, didn't I? But all in all, I think that came out okay. I mean, I could have got the lines a bit straighter at the top. The whole shed is all over the place. So what I'm going to do, because there's so many screws in every location of this thing, summertime, we'll get some industrial paint and we'll paint it. And that's what we had, and that's what we got. Now this wall is solid. I could get some more of this stuff and just line that and leave that where it is and just go over it. I could do that and then buy the special corner pieces and put them in the same there, but I'm not sure if that's worth the aggro at this point in time. We have now got to get this damn thing out. Ugh. It's been there some time, this. You can see it. Elderberry. I don't believe elderberries could get so big. I mean, look at that. It's ridiculous. How the hell am I going to get rid of that? We've got to dig the roots out, cut the roots, and then pull the entire trunk out without knocking half the fence to shit. And because me and him are not talking anymore, I know for a fact I won't get any help from him, which is fine. I don't mind that. He hasn't whinged at me about it. Well, actually, yes, he did. He did make a point of telling me the other week that my trees were illegal, and I did look into it. Shrubs can be illegal, trees are not. I'm not sure if this comes under the Shrubbery Act. I think it does. So we're going to get rid of this because that's annoying the hell out of me anyway. That's been annoying them next door, I know that. It ain't done me no harm. And it's also helped to contribute in wrecking my roof. So, yep, it's going. So we're going to take out those branches first. And then we'll try and cut the trunk and bring it over so we can access all of that, because I don't want that fall. That's all heavy and I don't want that falling, and it's raining, so I'm going in. So yeah, this is definitely the end of the video now, without any doubt. And once we clear that area, start doing that, we'll clear the mess up, rake up all the rotten wood on the floor and get rid of it. An okay job done, I think. I wouldn't say it was a brilliant job. I'm sure there's people out there that do this for a living who'll look at that and think, you bodgy bastard. And I would tend to agree. You can see the size of those slabs, can't you? Do I really think I'm going to be able to get those to lift? No wonder it's sinking. I've got all them wheels on there, plus those engines. This has all got to be cleared, all of it. Whole lot. I was going to get some plastic laid and then get some gravel, couple of ton of gravel laid, weed killer, and try and repress everything that's grown. It's just too much of it. It's hard to keep on top of.